The lottery, that captivating symbol of instant, life-transforming wealth that seizes the imagination of millions, is not merely the game of random chance that conventional wisdom would have you believe. It represents something far more profound, a perfect living metaphor for the infinite abundance that already exists in the invisible realms of possibility, patiently awaiting claim by those initiated into understanding the divine laws governing manifestation. This understanding transcends mere positive thinking. It represents a fundamental shift in how we perceive our relationship with the creative forces of the universe. We are not separate from abundance, but rather exist as integral components of an ever-flowing stream of universal prosperity that seeks expression through our lived experiences. Today, you will discover the sacred knowledge of how to consistently win the lottery. Not as an occasional fluke, not as sporadic good fortune, but as a reliable, repeatable outcome every single time you consciously engage with life's boundless possibilities. This revelation has nothing to do with statistical probability calculations or random luck. This concerns aligning your entire being, mind, spirit, and consciousness with the perfect, immutable law that governs all creation throughout the cosmos. The universal law that guarantees your specific good must come to you when you achieve complete vibrational alignment with its frequency. This alignment represents the master key that unlocks the floodgates of abundance in all its forms, including financial windfalls that may manifest through lottery winnings. Many will dismiss these profound truths as fantasy or wishful thinking. Let them remain in their limited perception. The ultimate truth of divine abundance has never been meant for the masses who sleepwalk through life, but for those awakened individuals ready to transcend limitation consciousness and claim their divine inheritance of unlimited prosperity. You are undoubtedly one of these chosen individuals. You would not have been drawn to this transformative message unless your soul was prepared for this evolutionary leap in consciousness. There are no accidents in the universe, only divine appointments and synchronistic encounters designed to propel us toward our highest good. The principles you're about to receive have consistently transformed ordinary human lives into extraordinary living testimonies of abundance throughout recorded history. These are not new concepts invented for modern times. They represent ancient wisdom expressed through contemporary language for your practical benefit today. They are identical to the principles that have enabled seemingly miraculous manifestations of wealth, health, and profound happiness for those who applied them with unwavering, steadfast faith. From the mystical traditions of the East to the wisdom schools of the West, these universal principles have stood the test of time, proving their efficacy across cultures, generations, and circumstances. As you absorb these powerful words, something remarkable is already occurring within your consciousness. Ancient patterns of lack-based thinking are dissolving at their core. Deeply rooted limiting beliefs about money and prosperity are being uprooted from your subconscious mind. A new consciousness of infinite abundance is taking root in the fertile soil of your awakened awareness. This personal transformation is not merely possible. It becomes inevitable when you consciously align yourself with divine universal law. The very act of engaging with these ideas initiates an energetic shift that begins rearranging your reality from the inside out, preparing the conditions for miraculous manifestations. Ready to transform your financial destiny? Join our Manifesting Millions Masterclass, where you'll receive the exact step-by-step system for applying these principles to manifest specific lottery winnings. Limited spots available. Visit website to enroll before the next lottery drawing. The journey we're embarking upon together transcends merely winning a lottery drawing, though that may certainly become part of your lived experience. It's about winning the greater lottery of human existence. It concerns claiming the abundance that's already yours by divine birthright. It involves stepping consciously into the continuous flow of infinite prosperity that never ceases flowing throughout the universe. This journey represents the ultimate adventure of self-discovery, where you uncover your true nature as a powerful creator being capable of manifesting your heart's desires through conscious intention and alignment. Are you truly ready to receive your specific good? Are you prepared to cast off the heavy shackles of limitation thinking and step into the glorious freedom of unlimited abundance? Your heartfelt answer to these pivotal questions will determine everything that follows in your manifestation journey. The transformation begins in this exact moment. With this breath, with this decision to embrace a higher truth. This decision represents the critical turning point where you choose to stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the conscious creator of your reality, including your financial experiences. Before you can win any lottery, whether a literal drawing of numbers or the metaphorical lottery of abundant living, you must first understand and fully internalize this fundamental truth. Abundance constitutes your divine birthright. The universe isn't a place of scarcity and limitation as you've been conditioned to believe. It represents an unlimited storehouse of good waiting patiently to be claimed by those who understand and work with its immutable laws. This understanding represents the foundational bedrock upon which all successful manifestation is built, the non-negotiable prerequisite for consistent results. The ancient wisdom, "Ask and it shall be given you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you," contains profound truth about the universe's fundamental nature. There exists no lack in the divine realm. There is only abundant supply, awaiting your conscious recognition and acceptance. The core problem isn't that abundance remains unavailable to you. The problem is, you've been socially conditioned to believe in lack, to accept limitation as your inevitable lot in life, to perceive scarcity where only infinite supply exists. This conditioning operates like invisible prison bars, constraining your ability to receive the abundance that constantly seeks expression through you. This false belief system creates an energetic barrier between you and the prosperity that's already yours by divine right. Consider for a profound moment the same divine power that creates galaxies, that sustains all life on this planet, that orchestrates nature's perfect harmony. This identical power remains available to you, working through you, eager to express as prosperity, abundance, and fulfillment in your daily life. Would such an infinite power create you to experience lack? Would it design you for limitation? Absolutely not. The very notion contradicts the fundamental nature of a universe built upon infinite creativity and expansion. You were divinely created to experience life's fullness, to partake of its abundance, to prosper in every area of your existence. This doesn't represent spiritual theory, it constitutes divine law. When you align yourself with this law, your specific good must come to you. It cannot be otherwise. The lottery that captures millions' imagination simply represents one channel through which this abundance can flow into your experience. But it doesn't constitute abundance's source. The source remains the divine law itself, working with mathematical precision to bring your good to you when you align vibrationally with it. Understanding this distinction is crucial. It transforms you from someone hoping for luck into someone operating spiritual law. This alignment begins with a fundamental consciousness shift, from perceiving yourself as separate from abundance to recognizing your oneness with it, understanding it as your natural state, your divine inheritance, your absolute spiritual right. Speak this powerful affirmation with deep conviction. Infinite abundance constitutes my divine right. I open myself completely to receive prosperity through every possible channel, both seen and unseen. My good flows to me freely, joyously, and abundantly under grace through perfect ways. Feel these potent words resonating through your being's deepest levels. They don't represent mere positive statements. They constitute declarations of absolute truth that align you with the divine law of abundance. As you speak them, as you feel their vibrational truth, you're literally rewiring your consciousness, removing the energetic barriers that have separated you from your good. The world may repeatedly tell you that abundance remains scarce, that wealth belongs to the fortunate few, that winning the lottery represents 1,000,000 to 1 shot. But the world operates according to human law, not divine law. Human law merely represents a shadow of the perfect law governing all creation. Under divine law, abundance remains unlimited. Under divine law, prosperity flows to consciousness aligned with it. Under divine law, winning in any life arena represents the natural result of alignment with eternal truth. This understanding allows you to transcend statistical probabilities and operate from a higher plane of causality where different rules apply. This constitutes the first and most fundamental principle of winning the lottery every time. You must know with unshakable conviction that abundance already belongs to you by divine right, not as some future possibility, but as present reality in the invisible realm, awaiting only your recognition and acceptance. With this foundation firmly established within your consciousness, you're now ready to discover the specific principles that will make winning, whether in literal lottery or life's greater game, not merely possible, but inevitable. These principles operate with mathematical precision, offering predictable results to those who apply them correctly, regardless of external circumstances or previous experiences. The realm of divine law operates with perfect order and intelligence. Nothing happens by random chance or accidental occurrence. There exists a perfect pattern, a divine blueprint for the manifestation of every legitimate desire. This includes the specific manifestation of lottery winnings or any other particular form of abundance you might seek to experience. This perfect pattern exists in what mystical traditions often call the fourth dimension, the realm of perfect ideas, the invisible plane where all physical manifestation originates. Before anything can appear in your tangible experience, it must first exist complete and whole in this realm of pure potentiality. Your primary task isn't to create abundance from nothing. It already exists in infinite supply. Your sacred task involves aligning your consciousness with the perfect pattern of its specific manifestation in your personal experience. This alignment process doesn't depend on chance or luck. It operates as an exact science, functioning with mathematical precision according to divine law. The master key to this alignment resides in your God-given faculty of imagination. That magnificent mental capacity connects you directly to the realm of pure potential. Your imagination represents far more than mere mental entertainment. It functions as a legitimate creative powerhouse, a direct channel to the infinite intelligence that governs all manifestation processes. The ancient wisdom as he thinketh in his heart, so is he reveals the profound creative power of your inner vision. When you can consistently see yourself as already possessing your desired good, when you can genuinely feel the reality of it in your being's deepest dimensions, you effectively align yourself with the perfect pattern of its physical manifestation. Consider the remarkable documented story of Cynthia Stafford, who in 2007 won a $112 million lottery jackpot. What makes her story particularly extraordinary isn't just the substantial win itself, but the conscious process that preceded it. For months before purchasing the winning ticket, Stafford engaged in a specific, disciplined visualization practice. She would regularly imagine herself winning exactly $112 or million. Not just any random jackpot amount, but that specific, precise figure. She vividly visualized how winning would feel, imagining detailed scenarios of receiving the ceremonial check and experiencing the tangible emotions of financial freedom. She didn't approach this as a casual, occasional exercise. She made it a dedicated daily practice, thoroughly immersing herself in the feeling of already having won. When her actual win materialized for the exact amount she had consistently visualized, it didn't represent mere coincidence, but rather demonstrated perfect alignment with the specific prosperity pattern she had established in her consciousness through disciplined mental practice. This exemplifies the practical operation of divine law in tangible reality. The specific amount Stafford visualized, $112 million, existed as a legitimate possibility within the realm of pure potential. Through her consistent visualization practice, she aligned her consciousness with that specific pattern, magnetically drawing it into her physical experience through the focused power of disciplined imagination. You can apply this identical principle to any desired manifestation, including specific lottery winnings. The crucial element involves not just casual visualization, but deeply immersive imagining that actively engages all your senses and emotions. You must learn to see your desired outcome, feel its reality, almost taste it, touch it in your imagination, until it becomes more real to your subconscious mind than its current absence. This represents what sacred scripture means when it states, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Your genuine faith, your absolute conviction in the reality of your desired good, actually gives it substance in the invisible realms before it manifests in visible form. Speak this powerful affirmation with complete conviction. The perfect pattern of my prosperity is already established in divine mind. I consistently align myself with this pattern through the disciplined power of my sanctified imagination. Whatever I can clearly conceive and sincerely believe, I can unquestionably achieve with absolute certainty. Feel the living truth of these words permeating every cell of your being. This doesn't represent wishful thinking or mere positive self-talk. This represents you consciously aligning with the divine blueprint of your personal prosperity, actively activating the perfect abundance pattern that already exists for you in the realm of potential. When you purchase lottery tickets from this aligned consciousness, not with desperate hope or anxious longing, but with calm certainty that you're simply claiming what already belongs to you, you transform the entire experience from random gambling to conscious demonstration of spiritual law. The conventional world calls this phenomenon luck. Those understanding divine law recognize it as conscious alignment. This alignment remains available to you right now in this present moment as you absorb these transformative words and allow them to permanently reshape your prosperity consciousness. Your breakthrough moment is here. Download our exclusive Abundance Alignment Blueprint featuring the exact meditation techniques and manifestation protocols used by lottery winners worldwide. This free guide will show you how to program your subconscious for specific financial manifestations. Get instant access at link and start your transformation today. Now, we approach the practical application of these profound principles, the specific methodology for selecting winning lottery numbers through spiritual means. This process involves far more than random guessing or following superstitious hunches. It concerns consciously tapping into the infinite intelligence that knows all things, including the exact numbers that will manifest as winners in any specific lottery drawing. This infinite intelligence, some call it divine mind, others term it universal consciousness or superconscious awareness, isn't separate from your essential being. It represents the higher dimension of your own awareness, the aspect of your consciousness that remains eternally connected to all knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The ancient wisdom. There is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding, reveals this profound truth. Through your inherent connection with the divine, you possess access to all knowledge, including information that transcends ordinary time and space limitations. The winning numbers for any lottery drawing already exist as possibilities within the realm of pure potential. They aren't ultimately determined by chance, but by divine law operating through the universe's mathematical principles. Through your innate oneness with divine mind, you can access this knowledge not through logical analysis or statistical probability calculations, but through the intuitive faculty that directly connects you to infinite intelligence. Consider the fascinating documented case of Stefan Mandel, a Romanian economist who won lottery prizes 14 separate times using a mathematical formula he developed. While his approach utilized mathematical principles rather than spiritual methods, it demonstrates this crucial truth. Winning lottery results aren't truly random when you understand the underlying laws governing their operation. However, you don't require advanced mathematical training to access winning numbers. You possess something far more powerful: your direct connection to the infinite intelligence that knows all things. This connection operates through your intuition, your inner guidance system that, when properly attuned, can lead you unerringly to your specific good. The process for accessing this intuitive guidance involves two essential components. First, you must quiet the analytical mind that typically relies on external data and logical reasoning. Second, you must heighten your receptivity to the subtle promptings of your inner guidance system. Begin by creating quiet mental space free from distractions and analytical thinking. Close your eyes comfortably and take several deep, relaxing breaths, allowing your mind to become still and receptive. Then, with calm certainty, mentally ask to be shown the winning numbers for the specific lottery you intend to play. Don't strain or force this process. Simply maintain an attitude of open receptivity, knowing the information already exists and remains available to you. The numbers may come as visual mental images, as inner knowings, as physical sensations, or through external signs and synchronicities. When you receive impressions of specific numbers, record them immediately without judgment or analysis. Resist second-guessing or rationalizing. Your analytical mind will typically try to intervene, suggesting your impressions represent mere random imagination. Gently set these doubts aside while maintaining receptive awareness. This process doesn't involve making up numbers. It concerns receiving numbers that already exist within the field of infinite possibilities. This distinction proves crucial. One approach represents fantasy, while the other constitutes alignment with pre-existing reality. Some individuals find enhanced receptivity through specific practices like meditation, prayer, or dream work. Others discover numbers come during ordinary activities when their analytical mind remains occupied elsewhere, while showering, walking in nature, or falling asleep. The specific method matters less than the consciousness behind it. When you approach this process with absolute faith in your oneness with divine mind, with unwavering conviction that the information remains available to you, you create optimal conditions for clear reception. Speak this affirmation with complete trust. Divine intelligence already knows the winning numbers, and through my essential oneness with this intelligence, I know them too. I receive this guidance clearly, confidently, and accurately. I completely trust the numbers that come to me through divine inspiration. Feel the living truth of these words as you speak them. You aren't creating new reality, but acknowledging your existing relationship with infinite intelligence. You're simply removing the barriers of doubt and separation that have previously prevented clear communication. When you select lottery numbers from this aligned consciousness, not from desperation or wishful thinking, but from connection with divine guidance, you transform the entire experience from gambling to spiritual demonstration. You no longer play against impossible statistical odds, but consciously claim what has already been set aside for you within the divine plan of your good. This represents the true science of winning numbers, not a science of probability and statistics, but a science of consciousness and alignment with infinite intelligence. It operates with perfect precision according to divine law, available to anyone who understands its principles and applies them with unwavering faith. In the divine economy, timing represents everything. There exists a perfect moment for the manifestation of every legitimate desire, a divine appointment set within the cosmic calendar for the specific delivery of your good. This timing isn't arbitrary or random. It forms an integral part of the perfect pattern of your personal prosperity, aligned with the highest good of all concerned. Understanding and consciously honoring this divine timing proves crucial to winning the lottery or manifesting any specific desire with consistency and grace. It requires maintaining a delicate balance between active faith and patient allowing, between passionate desire and peaceful surrender. The ancient wisdom, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven," reveals this profound truth about manifestation. There exists divine order throughout the universe, a perfect sequence of events that unfolds according to higher intelligence rather than human will alone. Many individuals miss their specific good because they attempt to force manifestation according to their personal timing preferences rather than aligning with divine timing. They demand immediate results, grow impatient when manifestation seems delayed, or abandon their practice just before their breakthrough moment arrives. The master key to perfect timing involves what might be termed active patience, a specific state of consciousness that combines unwavering faith in your good's certainty with peaceful acceptance of its unfolding according to divine order. Consider the remarkable documented story of Joan Ginther, who won 4 separate multi-million-dollar lottery prizes between 1993 and 2010. What makes her story particularly intriguing isn't just the multiple wins, but their interesting timing pattern. Each win occurred at approximately 7-year intervals, suggesting a manifestation rhythm aligned with cosmic cycles rather than random chance. While some commentators attributed Ginther's success to her statistical background, she holds a mathematics PhD from Stanford University. Others recognize the possibility of deeper spiritual patterns at work, divine timing, operating through her consciousness in perfect order. The lesson here proves profound. Winning the lottery consistently involves more than selecting correct numbers. It concerns playing at the right time, the divinely appointed moment, when all conditions align perfectly for your specific good's manifestation. How do you discern this perfect timing? Not through logical analysis or external advice, but through the same intuitive faculty that guides you to winning numbers. The divine intelligence that knows which numbers will win also knows precisely when they will win. Both information aspects remain available through your connection with infinite mind. When you quiet your analytical mind and attune yourself to inner guidance, you may receive clear promptings about timing. A specific day might stand out in your consciousness. A particular lottery drawing may feel especially significant. You might experience what some term a knowing, an inner certainty transcending logical reasoning. Trust these promptings completely. They don't represent random hunches or wishful thinking. They constitute genuine communications from the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all manifestation according to perfect law. Simultaneously, release all anxiety about timing. Desperation energetically repels, while peaceful certainty magnetically attracts. When you know with absolute conviction that your good must come according to divine law, you can safely release the specific timing to higher wisdom while maintaining unwavering faith in the eventual manifestation. Speak this powerful affirmation with perfect trust. Divine timing perfectly governs my good's manifestation. I completely trust abundance's perfect unfolding in my life. My lottery winnings come with perfect timing under grace, in ways serving the highest good of all concerned. Feel the profound peace accompanying this surrender to divine timing. This doesn't represent passive resignation, but active alignment with the cosmic forces, orchestrating all manifestation. It represents you stepping into abundance's natural flow rather than attempting to force it according to human will alone. This balance of passionate desire and peaceful surrender, of active faith and patient allowing, creates optimal conditions for consistent manifestation. It transforms lottery participation from anxious gambling to graceful receiving. Not occasionally, but every time you align with prosperity's perfect timing. The universe is never late, never early, but always precisely on time with your goods delivery. Trust this timing implicitly and watch prosperity's perfect pattern unfold in ways more magnificent than your human mind could possibly plan. We now approach one of manifestation's most potent tools for lottery winnings or any specific desire, the prosperity decree. This represents a formal declaration of truth that aligns your entire being with your abundance's reality. A decree differs from an affirmation in both power and purpose. An affirmation suggests a desired state, while a decree establishes that state as present reality. An affirmation might help change your thinking, while a decree transforms your entire consciousness from its deepest levels. The biblical promise, "Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee," reveals your word's creative power when spoken with absolute authority and unshakable faith. A properly formulated and expressed decree creates a vibrational template in the invisible realm that must, by divine law, manifest in your visible experience. Your prosperity decree's effectiveness depends on several key factors: the specific language used, the consciousness behind it, its repetition frequency, and the feeling nature infused into it. First, your decree must be stated in present tense absolute terms. Not "I will win the lottery" or "I'm going to be wealthy," but "I am now the recipient of abundant lottery winnings," or "I am a magnet for specific life-changing prosperity." The present tense establishes your good's reality in the now moment, creation's only true location. Second, your decree must be spoken with absolute authority, not as a hopeful request to some distant power, but as a command issued from your divine identity. You aren't a beggar pleading for universe scraps, but a divine being claiming your abundance inheritance. Third, your decree must be repeated consistently until it penetrates your consciousness's every level. A single powerful declaration might create momentary alignment, but consistent repetition creates permanent vibrational signature shifts, making you a natural match for the abundance you seek. Finally, and most importantly, your decree must be infused with genuine feeling, not just intellectual assent, but emotional conviction resonating throughout your entire being. This feeling nature gives your decree its magnetic power, drawing your good to you with irresistible force. I now invite you to participate in creation's powerful act. Write this specific decree: I am a natural winner, aligned with infinite abundance. This simple act accomplishes something profound. It establishes a vibrational template in both your personal consciousness and the collective field. It declares to the universe and your deeper mind that you're claiming your good with absolute authority. Writing this decree isn't merely symbolic. It represents tangible creative power expression. It moves the decree from thought to word to action, engaging multiple being levels in the creative process. When others see your decree, it creates collective consciousness, ripple effects, amplifying abundance vibration for everyone. Now, let's formulate a complete prosperity decree specifically designed for consistent lottery winnings. Speak these words daily, preferably aloud, with absolute conviction. I am now aligned with lottery abundance's perfect pattern. The exact amounts meant for me flow with perfect timing and divine precision. I recognize and follow my intuitive guidance to the specific numbers and drawings comprising my prosperity plan. My winnings come easily, joyfully, and consistently under grace through perfect ways. I receive this abundance with deep gratitude, knowing it serves all concerned highest good. This represents my being's truth, and I accept it now as my living reality. As you speak this decree, feel its truth resonating through every body cell. See yourself already possessing your winnings. Feel the gratitude and joy emotions accompanying this manifestation. Know with absolute certainty that the invisible pattern is already established and must, by divine law, materialize in your visible experience. This decree, consistently applied with unwavering faith, creates a vibrational frequency, making winning not a chance matter, but an alignment matter. It transforms lottery participation from gambling to spiritual law demonstration, not occasionally, but every time you engage from this consciousness. Your prosperity decree's power cannot be overstated. It represents the formal announcement of your abundance alignment, the authoritative command setting manifestation forces in motion. Use it wisely, consistently, and with absolute conviction. Watch the invisible become visible, the potential become actual, your good flow in ways seeming miraculous to those unfamiliar with the perfect law you're applying. A crucial principle many overlook in their lottery winnings pursuit involves circulation's law. Abundance isn't meant for hoarding or stagnation. It's meant to flow through you as others' blessing channel. This circulation completes prosperity's circuit, ensuring your good continues multiplying and expanding. The biblical promise, "Give and it shall be given unto you," reveals circulation's perfect law. What you give must return multiplied, not as virtue's reward, but as divine law's mathematical operation. Many seeking lottery winnings focus exclusively on receiving while ignoring giving's equally important aspect. They create flow blockage like a river dam preventing water's natural movement. This blockage inevitably restricts their good, regardless of how perfectly they apply other prosperity principles. Circulation's law operates with perfect precision throughout life. In nature, nothing hoards. The sun gives its energy freely. Plants convert it, giving oxygen. Animals give carbon dioxide return. The cycle continues perfect balance. Each giving enables next receiving in abundance's endless dance. Your financial prosperity follows this identical pattern. When you give freely, joyfully, and strategically, not from obligation or fear, but from abundance and consciousness, you open receiving channels on identical scales. This isn't mystical or metaphorical. It represents universal law's practical operation. Consider Andrew Jack Whitaker's fascinating case, who won a $315 million Powerball jackpot in 2002, then the largest single-ticket lottery prize ever won. Many don't know Whitaker was already a successful businessman worth approximately $17 million before his lottery win. He was known for generous giving to various causes, establishing a children's foundation before his win, and continuing charitable work with his lottery winnings. While Whitaker's story included both post-win triumphs and tragedies, it illustrates this important pattern. Circulation consciousness of both giving and receiving was established in his life before the massive lottery win manifested. He understood, at some level, that wealth flows to those allowing it to flow through them. How does this principle practically apply to consistent lottery winning? It means you must establish your current resources' circulation, whatever they might be, before expecting larger prosperity flowing into your experience. You cannot hoard pennies while expecting millions finding their way to you. The vibrational patterns remain incompatible. This doesn't mean giving away all resources or making unwise financial decisions. It means establishing strategic giving's consistent pattern, aligning with your prosperity consciousness. This might involve income percentage dedicated to inspiring causes, unexpected gifts, meeting specific needs, or people and project investments expanding worldwide prosperity consciousness. The amount matters less than the consciousness behind it. Grudging giving from obligation creates lack consciousness, repelling prosperity. Joyful giving from abundance consciousness creates wealth consciousness, attracting more identical energy. Speak this powerful affirmation with conviction. I am divine abundance's channel. Money flows to me and through me with perfect ease. As I give joyfully and receive gratefully, my prosperity circle expands without limit. Feel these words liberation. You aren't lottery winnings dependent to establish your prosperity. You're already in abundance's flow, expressing at your current level and expanding continuously through maintained circulation. When you purchase lottery tickets from this consciousness, not as lack's desperate escape attempt, but as abundance's many possible channels, you align yourself with winning's perfect pattern. You become the natural match for the precise prosperity frequencies you seek experiencing. Abundance circulation represents not just spiritual principle, but practical lottery winning strategy. It completes manifestation's circuit, ensuring what you visualize internally can materialize externally without obstruction. Give freely, receive gratefully, and watch abundance's mighty river flow with increasing power through your life's every area, including consistent divine right lottery winnings, coming with perfect timing through perfect ways. We arrive now at all these principles' culmination, the ultimate strategy for winning the lottery every time you engage. This strategy integrates all explored elements into lottery participation's cohesive approach transformation, from gambling to spiritual demonstration. This strategy's foundation involves your consciousness, your absolute knowing that abundance represents your divine right, that your prosperity's perfect pattern already invisibly exists, and that you're one with the infinite intelligence guiding you toward your good, with perfect precision. From this foundation, the strategy unfolds in specific practical steps anyone can apply, regardless of current financial circumstances or previous lottery experiences. First, establish immersive visualization's daily practice. See yourself not just winning the lottery, but living lottery winnings making possible. See specific amounts in your bank accounts. Feel financial freedom's emotions. Experience others' blessing joy with your abundance. Make this visualization so real, so vivid, it becomes more tangible than its absence. Second, formulate and consistently declare your prosperity decree. Speak it aloud daily, preferably multiple times, with absolute authority and emotional conviction. Let it penetrate your consciousness's every level until it becomes your being's dominant vibrational pattern. Third, establish your current resources' circulation, creating greater abundance's clear channel flowing into your experience. Give strategically, joyfully, and consistently. Knowing what flows out must return multiplied, according to divine law. Fourth, attune yourself to specific numbers and timing's divine guidance. Create regular quiet receptivity periods wherein you can receive infinite intelligence's clear, intuitive promptings, knowing all things, including your prosperity's exact time-space coordinates. Fifth, play the lottery from already having won consciousness, not from desperation or anxious hope, but from calm certainty. You're simply undergoing physical motions corresponding to what's already invisibly established. Sixth, maintain gratitude attitude regardless of immediate results. Gratitude represents not just receiving's virtuous response, but magnetic force drawing more good into your experience. Give thanks for your winnings before their physical manifestation. Knowing your gratitude accelerates their materialization. Finally, persist with unwavering faith, regardless of temporary appearances. Understand manifestation unfolds according to divine timing, not human impatience. What appears as delay often represents divine positioning, arranging all conditions for your good's perfect expression, serving all concerned highest benefit. This integrated strategy, consistently applied with absolute conviction, aligns you so perfectly with prosperity's vibrational frequency that winning becomes your natural experience, not as occasional luck stroke, but as divine law's consistent operation through your consciousness. Remember the psalmist's words, "Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart." This represents not religious platitude, but universal law's revelation. When you align yourself with your prosperity's divine pattern, when your delight involves perfect law rather than anxious striving, your desires must manifest. It cannot prove otherwise. Speak this final affirmation with complete conviction. I am perfectly aligned with lottery prosperity. Every ticket I purchase represents divine mind's winner before physical manifestation. I claim my winnings with calm certainty, knowing they come by divine right, under grace through perfect ways. Feel these words absolute truth. They represent not wishful thinking or positive affirmation, but what's already established in pure potential's realm, awaiting only your recognition and acceptance for visible manifestation. The transformation completes. You've moved from uncertain hoping to certain knowing, from anxious gambling to spiritual demonstration, from occasional winning to consistent prosperity. You've discovered lottery winning every time you engage, not through external condition manipulation, but through alignment with your abundant goods' already existing perfect pattern. This represents your divine inheritance. Claim it now with absolute conviction, and watch the invisible become visible, the potential become actual, your prosperity manifest with precision and magnitude, seeming miraculous to those unfamiliar with the perfect law you're applying. Limited thinking's time concludes. Lack consciousness's era completes. From this moment forward, you move through life as one knowing abundance represents your natural state. Prosperity flows by divine right, and winning represents not occasional luck, but your consistent experience under grace through perfect ways.